Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is Thai red coconut curry. So today we're taking a Thai red coconut curry, which is already packed full of flavor, and we're gonna take it up a notch with the addition of some seared, thin sliced pork that's all gonna be cooked together in a cast iron wok over a charcoal fire in the Kamado Joe. Let's jump right in. We're gonna start off with our pork because I wanna get it into a bit of marinade. And what this is, you can see this blade bone here. This is thin slices of the pork shoulder, or the Boston butt pork shoulder. I've got about 1.5 pounds of these slices. Now I get these prepared just the way they are from my local Mexican butcher shop. And you can look around locally, or you can just buy a pork butt and slice some thin slices out of it yourself. We've got about 1.5 pounds here. We're gonna hit this with some of our Smoke on Wheels pork marinade. Just get it covered here in the briner. Now this has got great flavors that work well with Asian foods. It's an apple juice base, but it's got soy sauce in it. It's got some pineapple juice, even some cool stuff like some tamarind paste. So it's a great little flavor base for our meat. Now I'm just gonna lock that plate in place. We'll let this marinate while we fire up the grill. Today we're gonna be cooking on the Kamado Joe Classic 3 Ceramic Charcoal Grill. We're gonna get loaded up with some lump charcoal. We want a super hot coal base. All right, we're gonna really load this thing up with charcoal today. I'm gonna give myself, just bank it toward the back a little bit, give myself a little air gap. And then we'll get some fire starters in here. Now the grill's heating up, the pork's soaking in the marinade. We've got some knife work to do on our veggies. Starting with our yellow onion. We are just going to slice this up fairly thin. Now next we've got some oyster mushrooms, and we're just going to kind of slice these up to break them down a little bit. Want them to have a bit of texture, a bit of chew to them, so we're not gonna go super small. And we're looking to get about 1 cup of these. Next, we're gonna move on to our peppers. We've got 1 bell pepper and 4 to 6 Thai red chilies, depending on just how much heat you wanna add. The bell pepper, we're just going to dice. And kind of the same thing with the Thai chilies. We're just gonna mince those up. All right, so red bell is done. That's gonna give us some nice sweetness in this curry. And then our Thai chilies, of course, bring the heat. Now last thing here, we've got some cilantro. We're gonna mince up about 1/2 cup of the leaves that'll go on at the end, but I'm also actually gonna utilize some of these stems. See, these have a lot of great flavor in them. But they've got just a lot more texture to them, not necessarily nice to chew on. So we're gonna actually throw these into the curry as it's cooking, and they'll be minced down so they'll kind of soften up with the curry and add that cilantro flavor as it cooks. Just a couple tablespoons of your cilantro stems. And then for the leaves, we'll just mince those up and save those for finishing. We've also got a couple cloves of garlic here. We're just gonna smash these up and mince them down. Really don't have to go too fine with your garlic because it's gonna cook in the curry as well. So now that we're done with the knife work, we're gonna get back to the pork. It's probably been soaking in that marinade for about 45 minutes now, which is plenty of time because it's sliced so thin. So we've got that flavor process and that tenderizing process started with the marinade. We're gonna not completely dry these all the way off because I want something for our seasoning to stick to. And this little bit of residual marinade's a great binder. So speaking of the seasoning today, we're gonna be using the Our Butts Are Smokin' Ozark Heat. This is just a great barbecue rub. It's also our way of injecting a little bit of barbecue into this curry dish. But sweet, salty, all of your normal barbecue flavors going on here. You can see that paprika, red color. And those are good to go onto the grill. All right, you can see that charcoal bed's looking really good. We're reading about 600 degrees on the dome right now. We want to get our grates set up down at the lowest setting of the divide and conquer system so we can get right up on that heat. You don't need to worry that we're not hearing any sizzle right away. Our grates haven't been in there to preheat, and that's fine because there's tons of radiant heat coming off the charcoal. But for now, we're just going to leave this to totally grill with the lid open. We don't want to trap any heat in there because this meat is so thin. Starting to get some color on there, that's great. Just a little bit of light char, that's what we're looking for. All right, so really starting to get some good color on these now. Now the great thing about using this cut of pork for what we're doing here is this pork really needs a high temperature internally for it to break down. So even though you may think, wow, we're really overcooking these, that's actually gonna make them more tender in the end. And in the process, we get all the flavor that's coming off of this charcoal fire. So let's go ahead and pull these off now. Not worried about it internal temperature. It's gonna be fine. It'll finish in the curry. Now before we go chop up the pork, we're gonna get our grates out of here and set up for the wok. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna add a little bit more charcoal to make sure we keep that heat going. All right, so we get this in place. Now we can hang our wok right there. Let that wok preheat while we go take care of the pork. All right, so we're just gonna separate the meat from the bones. We can discard those bones and we'll dice up the pork. So you guys can see the texture of this. We talked about this particular cut of meat, how it's kind of sticking together. It's starting to pull apart. It's really got some tug to it. So that's got some chew to it. And as this meat breaks down for the next 10 to 20 minutes in the curry, it's gonna start to tenderize, but honestly, we want some of that bite left behind because it's going to add extra texture to the curry. Now the wok's had a good 5 to 10 minutes to get preheated. We're gonna start building our layers of this curry, starting with a couple tablespoons of coconut oil. And as that melts down, we're going to add our onion. So as soon as I see that these are starting to soften up and get some browning around the edges, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our red bell pepper and our oyster mushrooms. All right, now we're seeing that the mushrooms and the peppers are also getting softened up, so we're gonna go ahead and add our garlic, our cilantro stems, and our Thai chilies. Man, that garlic is aromatic immediately. We don't want to scorch it, so we're gonna work quick here. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a 1/4 cup of red curry paste. Work that curry paste into the mix. Now our pork's coming back in. And we're gonna hit it with a couple tablespoons of fish sauce and 1 can of coconut milk, the full fat stuff. Now the coconut milk kind of cools things down. We're gonna give this about 10 minutes to braise. I'll go ahead and close up the lid. All right, we're just shy of 10 minutes here. You can see how all that liquid's really reduced down. I'm gonna throw in our 1/2 cup of cilantro leaves, and this is ready to come off. Well, this smells incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and get it plated up. Got a little rice going for us already. I'll load it up with our curry. Find a little bit of everything in this bite. I see some pork, some bell pepper, some mushroom. Oh my gosh. It's like creamy comfort food. Just warms you up. It's so tasty. Man, just a creeping bit of heat from the Thai chilies, but it's not much. We probably could have done even more. That coconut milk, just incredible how creamy it is. The pork did exactly what we wanted it to do. It's got that texture. It's got that char on it. Really elevates the curry. But this is really a team effort. I mean, all of these flavors, all of these textures have to work together for this curry to be everything that it can be. And this is a winner. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.